Okay, looks like our last bubble on this workspace. And the idea here is we have a blueprint, right? Blueprints are small. Okay, in reality, big. So from inches to feet, right? 1 inch is 3 feet. So we're using the ratio 1 inch to 3 feet, 1 inch, 3 feet, as 7.4 is to C. Okay, then 1 to 3, 3.2 is to D. All right, and then we do the math. Cool? All right, so the area is finally going to be length times width. And if you remember, we did that back October-ish. All right, so let's give this a try. We have a swimming pool, and it's a 1 to 4 ratio. 1 inch, 4 feet. So 1 times by 4, right? 4 times. So what's 4 times 4? Okay, all right, so enter the scale drawing Mr. Washman used to make the swimming pool. Okay, so we're going to put a 1 here. We're going to put a 4 here. 1 to 4 ratio. Okay, now here we have inches, got to have our units, and this is in feet. Now 1 to 4, we want to know P. We want to know P, the length P. Well, we had 7 inches. Okay, so the length of the pool is going to be 4 times the 7. 4 times the 7. So I'm going to actually, so that you can see it, 4 times 7. Okay. Don't need a calculator. Let the computer do the work for you. Okay, now the width. Now remember, we multiply by 4. 4 times 4. Okay, so 1 to 4, and the width of the pool is 4. Okay, this idea of cross multiply. 4 times 4, it's 4 times bigger. Okay, so it's going to be 16. 4 times 4. Cool. Now the area. Well, length times width. Length, width, 28 and 16. So 28 times 16. Oh, the drawing of the pool. Whoops. Determine the area of the drawing. The drawing was 7 times 4. Not bad. 7 times 4. Okay, and that's inches squared, square inches. And then we have 28 times 16. Okay, and that's square feet. Okay, turn the total area, multiply the area of the square inches by. To determine the area of the actual pool in square feet, you could simply multiply the area of the drawing by 16, isn't it? 4. Isn't it the 16? Because it's a 1 to 4 ratio. 4 times 4. 4 times 4, they get 16. Okay, now determine a kite. The scale of the kite is 2 to 3. So every 2 inches is 3 feet. The scale 2 to 3. So 5 inches to R. 3 times 5, 2 divided by R. The scale of the base, 8.5, same idea. Do the math. Okay. 2H and 8, 3.9. The area of a kite, 1/2 base times height. 20. The area of the pattern, the area of the kite. Wow. Note to determine the dimensions of the pattern in inches can be multiplied by 3.2 to determine the kite. Okay. Terrell is using a pattern in a triangle kite, 2 to 5. 2 to 5. So immediately we know the relationship is 2 to 5. Okay. Okay. Once we know it's 2 to 5, and we have inches to feet. All right. Now, set up a proportion, the length B, 1.7. Okay. Now we want to know what B is. Okay. So this guy, we have this 1.7. So there's the math that we're going to need to work on here. So 2 goes to 5 as 1.7 goes to the base. Cross multiply. That times that, that times that. Okay? And we get 2b equals 1.7 times 5 divided by 2 divided by 2. So our b is, what is that, 8.5 divided by 2, 4.25? Let's try our calculator. Okay, let's try the calculator here. 8.5 divided by 2. 4.25. 4.25. Okay, so we could actually type that in, parenthesis, 1.7 times 2 . No, it's not going to let us. Okay, 1.7 times 5 all over 2. Good. All right, so now we got to do the side length, length B. We did that. Side length R, 1 to R, 1, 1, 1 to R. If it's 1, then we have our fraction, 5 times the 1, all divided by 2. Okay, now the scale factor. Set up a proportion to determine the approximate height, 2 to 5, 0.5. 0.5. Okay, so now 5 times 0.5, all divided by 2. The pattern of the kite. Okay, the pattern of the kite is height, this times this, base times height divided by 2, base times height divided by 2. 1.7 and 0.5, 1.7 and 0.5, 1.7 times 0.5 divided by 2. And that's going to be square inches. Okay, now the actual area of the kite is going to be approximate height, 1.25, and the base 4.25, 1.25. 4.25, 4.25, 1.25 divided by 2. That's going to be square feet. The area of the pattern by the ratio, the inverse of the ratio. You got to flip it because we're going bigger. All right. Okay, let's see where we end up here. Okay. Okay, so we're in a new workspace. See you soon.